I just noticed this has USB 3 too. It's got some really good ports on here. Okay, we're going to power it on. And I didn't turn the power supply on, so it didn't work. Try it again. Now it's working. And see, I forget what key it said was the escape. Here we go. Okay, we're going to go into system recovery for 11. Okay, so we're going to, we don't want any of the files on here, so we're just going to do the image restore. That's not what I want. System recovery. Okay. Okay. And there it goes. That's just going to take some time, and then hopefully when that's done, all the drivers will be on there and everything, all the bloatware will be on there, and it'll be just like it came out of the box. Okay, looks like we're ready to set it up now. These user agreements are absolutely ridiculous. Number 6. Limitation on reverse engineering. You may not reverse engineer, decompile, or disassemble the software product except and only to the extent that the right to do so is mandated under applicable law notwithstanding this limitation, or it is expressly provided for in this EULA. That's written in such a way that the average home user won't even understand that sentence because it's logically confusing and complicated. Outrageous. I already know what's in the Windows one, so I'm not going to read through that one. I was just curious what was in the stupid HP one. Anyway, so for now we're not going to, well actually we're not in the network, so it doesn't matter. This is the Eastern time zones, and the time is, it's 9:38, so it's slightly off. 9:38. I don't want to deal with that. This is taking a very long time to prepare the desktop. I know this is the initial login, but this is ridiculous. Now I know why it was taking so long, because it was loading some bloatware. Just show me the Windows desktop. I don't want to go through this trash. Oh no! That's ridiculous. If they think that we're gonna do any of this garbage. No. No. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'd rather not get on the internet because you're just going to download bloatware or something. Yeah, we're not doing any of those things. Okay, let's get out of there. It's about time. You know what I never understood about this bloatware stuff is why a manufacturer would intentionally apply things to the computer that make it not work well. I would think you would want to sell a computer in a condition where it works as best as it possibly can. But then again, I guess you could say that about every product. Wouldn't you sell a product that would work good? Why would you want to sell a product that doesn't work good? Okay, stop going on the internet. Okay, so this just has a plethora of trash on it. HP, I mean, they all were notorious during this time period. Dell did it, Toshiba did it, but HP always seemed to be the worst as far as the quantity of bloatware that's on the computers. And this is Office 2010. I doubt this is activated. Yeah, it's not. So that's not very useful. Well, I mean, it is useful, I guess, if you have the code. So my curiosity here is, what's our system rating going to look like? It's a quad-core processor. Oh my gosh. That is full. Good grief. Look at all this trash in here. Oh my goodness. That is outrageous. 42 programs. Jeez, and here I am thinking it's gonna be less time just to use this recovery image, and it would probably take less time to reinstall the drivers than it would to sit here and go through all this stupid bloatware and getting that off of there. Unbelievable. This is why I don't like, well, one of the reasons why I don't like HP computers. I'm also not a big fan of AMD hardware. Just never particularly liked it. From my experience, it's not quite as reliable as the Intel boards. Probably could tune it a little better if it wasn't swimming in bloatware. I can't believe how much trash is on there. You know, like, we really need a web link to the eBay on here and to play HP games and free music. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm like, what is this photograph of? What is even that? Okay, almost done. There's a hard drive is kind of loud on this machine. I wouldn't say it's loud, but it's audible, which is kind of cool. Don't hear hard drives anymore. Hardly ever. Okay, so it's done rating. And the graphics isn't the greatest, but the processor and the hard drive and the memory are actually quite decent. So what I'll do is, I'm trying to decide if it's worth just re-imaging it entirely with a blank copy of Windows. I feel like this machine would have some weird things in it that are hard to get drivers for. Let's see what we have here. Well, it doesn't seem too bad. It's got USB 3, which there's a very common misconception that goes around that says USB 3 does not work under Windows 7, and that's totally incorrect. It can be a little flaky, but it works. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to uninstall the bloatware and clean this up and use it that way, because it's got the card reader on there and the USB 3, and both of those things will probably need certain drivers that I don't want to spend the time fiddling around to get. So I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn it back on, and we're going to see how long it takes for it to turn on. Turn it off relatively quickly. There's a clock in the background. I don't know if you can hear it ticking away. I will count how long it takes for this to start up from the second I push the power button to when the desktop shows up. Okay, that was 98 seconds. We'll cut off a few seconds the time it took for me to get past the login screen. So we'll say that was 95 seconds. And of course it's not ready to use yet, and you're going to get the hourglass. Well, actually, maybe it is ready to use. Huh, okay, so it is ready to use. Alright, so that was 95 seconds. Now I'm going to go through here and delete some of this bloatware, and then we'll see if it starts going up faster. I don't need any of these things, but they're not really causing a problem, so we're going to leave all of those alone. I can't get the odometer off of here. I can't get the support information off of here. I get the update off of here, but that's probably the one and only bloatware program I may actually use at some point. So those three will remain. Next I will go over here. Oops. I'm going to go into here, and we're going to go under startup. Actually, there's not that much here, but none of those things need to be running, so we're going to disable all of those. And we're going to delete this stuff just because it's not necessary. And I don't ever want to think about it again, so we're going to get them out of there. And there's things in the start button that just shouldn't be there. Something just fell. What was that? I hope it wasn't a mouse. I really hope that wasn't a mouse. Not a computer mouse like the live mouse. I don't see anything. I don't know what that was. We may never know. Unfortunately, I have so much clutter in here I can't even see the walls anymore. Anyways, back to this. There's all this stuff we just don't need. I thought that was deleted. Oh, I guess that's just an internet shortcut. Okay, we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. Let's see here. Really don't need any of those, but that's not causing a problem. That's, I think, part of a driver. That could be driver, so we'll leave it alone. DVD makers. Okay, I don't know what that is. Yeah, we're not having a whole folder just for the HP logo. Give me a break. Okay, now it's looking here. HP games, that's going. HP software update, that's fine. There, now we can get rid of this stuff. Oh, well, let me get rid of it. Well, I could get rid of it if I really wanted to, but it's not worth the time. Get rid of that internet security thing. That may go away after the restart. We don't need that anymore. Something tells me that it's part of the internet, online internet security. Alright, let's do a restart here. And then I'll let it load up, and then we're going to turn it off. And then we'll do the timed startup to see how much less time it takes now that all the bloatwares are gone. Okay, so it's up now. Let's turn it off. Get that out of there. Okay, now our last time was 95 seconds. So let's see what this will be. Okay, that was 52 seconds versus the 95 seconds it took before. So that made a huge difference. It's incredible that they put all that junk on there for absolutely no reason. And it is loaded up. It's ready to go. So, alright, so I have to put some updates into this computer, put on the software that I want to use, and then I think I am actually going to put this in service because I'm currently down a computer. The computer in the bedroom quit, so I replaced it with the one down here, which normally goes under this table. And I don't use this computer very often at all, maybe 2 or 3 times a month. But when I want to use it and it's not there, it's very irritating. So I have a computer in the auto room there behind that door, which is a Dell Optiplex something or other, maybe a 745, oh no, a 780, and that's a mid tower. I think it will fit under there. So if I can get that one to fit under this table, I'm going to put that one in here, and then I'll put this one out where that other Dell is, and that'll work for a while. I have some other newer machines besides the Dell, because the Dell is the Core 2, which is totally adequate for anything that I do on the computer. But I have some i5s sitting upstairs that aren't in use, so I might as well use them. So eventually I'm going to set those up and then we'll use those machines instead. But this will certainly do for now over there in the other room, and then I'll put the Dell in here. So looking at doing that maybe tomorrow.